Good morning, guys. This is John with Covenant Coatings 323 and Residential Painting 101. So going to answer a couple of questions that you may be having, whether to use oil paint or latex paint for your cabinets, trim, doors, whatever have you that you might be coating. So what are the benefits of oil? What are the benefits of urethane? I shouldn't have said latex. Urethane paint, which is waterborne, water-based, as opposed to oil. So me, I'm a painter. I love oil paint. I love working with it. Certain painters don't. I guess it is becoming outdated, but I love it. So the benefits of oil is it dries hard. It dries way harder than the vast majority of urethane paints, latex paints, unless you had a hardener and things like that. Now, there's two main negatives when it comes to oil, especially with cabinets and areas that you're going to use a lot, such as doors and things like that, is that it's not flexible. So what you'll see is over time, especially if you have like a drawer where you have forks, knives, spoons, things like that in it, and those things bump onto the drawer as you're opening and closing it, or even a door, right? Or any area that it bumps against it, is oil paint will flake and it will crack off because it has pretty much zero flexibility. And this is just my own experience. I would love other painters to leave your comments down below this video, especially if you disagree. I'd like to hear about it, but it's not as flexible. And so that is a major negative. Another negative is if you're doing any type of white, which most doors and trim, it's all going to be white or some off-white color. If it's in a dark area where there's not a lot of UV light, there's not a lot of light, period, it will yellow over time. And so you'll see this, like especially on closet doors. A lot of clients hire us to repaint their doors just because of this problem. On the outside, it'll still look white, it'll look great. And on the inside of that door, it will be yellow big time, especially if you compare it to the outer part of that door. This is something that is a major negative, like I said, especially because you want your colors to stay the color that you chose for years. Now, let's speak about why urethane paints are becoming very popular and they are replacing oil. Well, one reason is that they do still dry hard. They dry way harder if you compare them to just a regular water-based, latex-based paint that you would use for your walls, even if it's a higher-end paint. Urethane paints dry very hard, yet they're still flexible. They're not quite as hard as oil, but you can still clean them and they're very durable. But they have the added benefit of being flexible. So they're good for drawers, closets, doors, trim, things like that. It's a major benefit. Another thing is that they do not yellow over time. So what we're doing now at Covenant Coatings 323 is we're using all urethanes for cabinets, doors, trim, because it's better for our clients. And we want our clients to be satisfied long-term, to be happy. Another thing is they're a lot easier to work with. So if you're a DIYer, right, like you definitely want to go with the urethane paint as opposed to an oil-based paint. It's just easier to work with and clean up and things like that. There's certain products like Gallery where you need to spray only when you'll need to get a professional like Covenant Coatings 323 or another company to be able to apply that product for you. But there are urethane coatings out there that are easier to work with. And I would say pretty confidently that no matter what urethane coating that you go with, it'll be easier than an oil-based coating. But yeah, guys, those are the main pros and cons. If you're going with the black, I like oil. That's just me, but you would need to get a painter to definitely put that on there for you. And yeah, any questions or comments as opposed to oil and urethane based paints, and there's gonna be other pros and cons too. This is just a brief video so you can make your decision with confidence. I do think overall urethane is the way to go. All right, guys, I hope that y'all are having a blessed Sunday. Don't forget that Jesus loves you. And any other questions that y'all have or videos that y'all want to see pertaining paint or painting products, please leave it in the comments below. God bless.